Have you ever glanced in the mirror and thought, "Why do I look so much older than I feel inside?" You're not alone. There's a fascinating disconnect that happens as we age. Our spirits remain vibrant and youthful, but sometimes our appearance tells a completely different story. What many women don't realize is that simple hairstyle choices might be adding years to their look without them even knowing it. The wonderful news? You don't need expensive procedures or complicated routines to look more youthful. Sometimes the smallest change, a subtle layer, a softer shade, or a simple styling trick, can transform your entire appearance. Today, we're exploring 5 common mistakes that might be aging you unnecessarily, along with practical solutions that real women just like you have used with remarkable results. Before we dive in, I'd love to know which city you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more beauty wisdom that celebrates women in their prime years. Now, let's start with perhaps the most surprising mistake women make after 60. 1. Too short and too flat. Let's start with something that might surprise you. That super short haircut your stylist swore would be perfect for your age. It might actually be working against you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying short hair is the problem. Some of the most stunning women I know rock shorter styles with incredible confidence. But there's a world of difference between stylishly short and what I call the convenience cut. That too tight, too flat style that hugs the scalp without any volume or movement. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the cut that well-meaning stylists often recommend because it's age-appropriate and easy to manage. But here's what they don't tell you. Without some shape and volume, that ultra-short, flat style can actually emphasize the very features you might prefer to soften. Think about it. As our faces naturally change with time, we develop softer jawlines, thinner lips, and more pronounced facial contours. A flat, tight haircut creates a harsh frame around these features rather than complementing them. It's like putting a severe picture frame around a soft, beautiful watercolor painting. It just doesn't do the artwork justice. Margaret from Chicago discovered this the hard way. At 72, she'd worn the same cropped, flat style for 15 years because it was practical. When her granddaughter gently suggested a change, Margaret was hesitant but curious. "My stylist added just a few soft layers and a little more length on top," Margaret told me. "I couldn't believe the difference. People started saying I looked years younger, and honestly, I felt more like myself again. That tiny bit of volume lifted my whole face." Here's the secret. Texture and movement are your best friends after 60. Even a shortcut can look youthful and vibrant when it includes soft layers that add dimension, a bit of lift at the crown, or gentle waves that create movement. For Black women with natural hair, embracing your texture rather than flattening it can be transformative. The same goes for Latina women with thicker hair. Some carefully placed layers can maintain manageability while adding beautiful shape. Try this simple at-home trick. After washing your hair, flip your head upside down while blow-drying for just 2 to 3 minutes. That little bit of root lift makes an astonishing difference. Or scrunch in a light mousse for instant texture that lasts all day. Remember, it's not about length. It's about life and movement. Your hair should dance a little when you move, catching the light and framing your features in the most flattering way possible. So if you've been sporting that tight, flat style because someone once told you it was appropriate, maybe it's time to reconsider. Your hair should reflect the vibrant woman you are today, not hide her away. Next, let's explore another common mistake that sits at the opposite end of the spectrum, but surprisingly has the same aging effect. 2. Heavy one-length hair. Now let's swing to the opposite end of the spectrum. While too short hair can age you, ironically, so can hair that's too heavy and one-dimensional. That long, single-length style you've worn since your 40s might be dragging you down, literally. Picture this: hair that falls straight down, with no layers, no movement, just a heavy curtain framing your face. Many women hold on to this style because it feels safe, familiar, or because they believe longer hair is inherently more feminine. I understand the attachment. Your hair has been with you through every chapter of your life. But here's what's happening. That heavy, unbroken weight creates a downward visual pull on your entire face. Instead of lifting and framing your features, it creates a dragging effect that emphasizes any natural sagging. Even worse, as our hair naturally thins with age, those long, unbroken lengths can start to look sparse and lifeless at the ends. Barbara from Dallas experienced this revelation at her daughter's wedding. "In every photo, I noticed my hair just hanging there like a curtain," she confided. "Everyone else looked vibrant and I looked tired. That was my wake-up call." With some gentle persuasion, Barbara agreed to try strategic layers, not losing her length, but simply creating movement within it. The transformation was remarkable. "I still have my long hair, but now it has life. I get compliments everywhere I go. One friend asked if I'd had work done. It was just my haircut." Here's the beauty secret that high-end stylists know. It's not about chopping everything off. It's about creating movement through carefully placed layers that remove weight without sacrificing length. This works whether your hair is straight, wavy, or curly, whether it's fine or thick. For women with naturally curly hair, the right layers can transform heavy curls into bouncy spirals that frame the face beautifully. For straight-haired women, even subtle layering creates that light-catching movement that signals vitality and youth. On a budget? Try this at-home styling trick. After washing, apply a volumizing mousse at the roots, then blow dry with your head tilted slightly to one side, then the other. This simple technique creates natural-looking volume and movement without requiring an expensive cut. Think of your hair as a curtain on a window. When it's pulled back slightly, it lets in light and shows the view. Similarly, hair with some strategic shaping allows your features to shine through instead of being hidden. Now, even with the perfect cut, there's another common mistake that could be aging you unnecessarily, and it has everything to do with color. Let's explore that next. 3. Overly dark hair color. Here's a truth that might surprise you. That deep, rich color you've faithfully maintained for decades might suddenly be working against you. As we journey past 60, our skin naturally changes. Subtle shifts in tone, texture, and radiance occur, but many women keep coloring their hair the exact same shade they wore at 40, creating a disconnect that can be aging rather than youthful. Dark hair against maturing skin can create what colorists call the contrast problem. Those deep espresso or jet black shades that once looked striking and dramatic now create a harsh frame that emphasizes every line and shadow. It's like putting a spotlight on the very things you'd rather not highlight. Judith from Boston experienced this firsthand. "I'd been coloring my hair dark brown for 30 years, she shared. "Then my granddaughter took a photo of us, and I hardly recognized myself. My face looked washed out and tired next to my harsh hair color. It was a revelation." Working with a compassionate stylist, Judith softened her color just 3 shades lighter. Not a dramatic change, but an impactful one. "The difference was immediate," she beamed. "My skin looked rosier, my eyes brighter. Friends kept saying I looked well-rested or asking if I'd been on vacation." The magic lies in creating harmony between your hair color and your evolving complexion. This doesn't mean going blonde if you've always been brunette. It simply means softening and adding dimension. Think rich chestnuts instead of harsh blacks, warm caramels instead of flat browns, or subtle highlights that create movement and reflection. For women of color, this principle remains true while honoring your natural depth. If you have deeper skin tones, softening doesn't mean lightening dramatically. It means adding warmth and dimension that complements your natural undertones. Here's a budget-friendly tip. If salon highlighting is beyond your budget, try an at-home gloss treatment. These affordable products add subtle shine and dimension without drastically changing your base color. Even something as simple as washing with a color-enhancing shampoo can add wonderful warmth and vibrance. Remember too that gray or silver hair can be stunningly youthful when properly maintained. That natural silver coming in might actually be more flattering than fighting it with dark dye. Many women discover that embracing their silver, whether partially or fully, creates a bright, flattering frame that illuminates their features. The key question isn't, what color did I always wear? But rather, what color enhances my skin tone today? When your hair color harmonizes with your complexion instead of fighting against it, the effect is an immediate visual lift. No cosmetic procedures required. Now let's move to another overlooked area that might be silently adding years to your appearance. And it's right across your forehead. No bangs. Big problem. Have you ever noticed how many stylish women over 60 have some version of bangs or fringe? There's a good reason for that. And it might be the missing piece in your own hair puzzle. An open, unframed forehead can unknowingly add years to your appearance. As we journey through our 60s and beyond, our foreheads naturally develop expression lines that tell the story of our laughter, worries, and all the thinking we've done throughout our lives. They're badges of wisdom, certainly, but they can also make us look older than we feel. What's more, many women experience a natural upward shift in their hairline with age, creating a longer forehead that can throw off the balance of their facial proportions. Without any softening or framing, this area becomes unnecessarily prominent. Eleanor from Philadelphia discovered this after years of pulling her hair straight back from her face. "I thought I was keeping things simple and elegant," she explained. "But when I finally tried some soft, side-swept bangs, my daughter said, 'Mom, I can see your eyes again.' That's when I realized how much my bare forehead had been dominating my appearance." The beauty of bangs is their versatility. They're not one size fits all. A wispy, piecey fringe can add softness without commitment. Side-swept bangs create elegant asymmetry that draws attention to your eyes. Even a light, curtain-style fringe that parts in the middle can frame your face beautifully without feeling too youthful or trendy. For women who wear glasses, bangs create a lovely integration between your frames and your haircut, connecting these elements rather than competing with them. Many women find that once they add some type of fringe, they feel more confident wearing their glasses rather than constantly switching to contacts. If you've avoided bangs because you think they're high maintenance, here's a practical solution. Ask your stylist for a longer, less precise fringe that grows out gracefully. This gives you the benefits of forehead softening without requiring trims every 3 weeks. For curly-haired women, naturally curly bangs can be strikingly beautiful when cut properly. The key is finding a stylist who understands how to work with your specific texture rather than fighting against it. Not ready to commit? Try this. Next time you're in front of the mirror, take a soft makeup brush and hold it horizontally across your forehead where bangs would fall. Notice how this simple framing immediately draws attention to your eyes and creates balance in your face. That visual effect is what well-designed bangs can do. Remember, adding a fringe isn't about hiding anything. It's about creating harmony, and bringing focus to your most expressive features. It's about framing the portrait of you in the most flattering way possible. Now, let's discuss our final hair mistake, one that affects many women regardless of cut, color, or style. 5. Dry, dull, lifeless texture. We've discussed shape, length, color, and framing. But there's one more element that can make or break your look after 60. The actual condition of your hair. Even the most flattering cut and perfect color can't compensate for hair that looks dry, dull, or damaged. As we mature, our hair naturally changes texture. Hormone shifts cause our scalps to produce less oil. The individual strands become finer. And years of heat styling, coloring, or environmental damage can leave hair looking lackluster rather than luminous. The result? Hair that absorbs light instead of reflecting it, creating a tired, aged appearance, even when the style itself is flattering. Martha from Seattle experienced this firsthand. "I spent a fortune on cuts and color," she told me, "but something still felt off. Then my hairstylist gently pointed out that my hair looked thirsty. It needed hydration and care, not just styling." After implementing a simple hydration routine, Martha was astonished at the difference. People started asking what was different about me. My hair finally had that healthy shine I remembered from years ago. It made my whole face look more vibrant. Here's the beautiful truth. Restoring shine and movement to your hair is one of the fastest ways to recapture a youthful appearance, and often costs far less than constant color appointments or expensive cuts. For thin, fine hair, lightweight hydrating mists and shine serums can add luminosity without weighing strands down. For thicker, coarser textures, richer oils and butters restore elasticity and gloss. Women with naturally curly or textured hair often benefit most dramatically from moisture-focused care that defines their natural pattern while adding healthy sheen. Try this simple at-home treatment. Once weekly, warm a tablespoon of olive or coconut oil between your palms and work it through your hair, focusing on the ends. Cover with a warm towel for 20 minutes, then shampoo as usual. This centuries-old remedy restores moisture and shine remarkably well. The water you use matters too. Hard water minerals can build up on hair, creating a dull film that no product can penetrate. An inexpensive shower filter can make a surprising difference in how your hair both feels and looks. Remember also that healthy hair starts from within. Many women notice improvement when they increase their water intake and consume healthy fats like salmon, avocados, and nuts. Some find that biotin supplements make a noticeable difference in texture and growth. Helen from Arizona made one simple change, using a satin pillowcase instead of cotton, and saw significant improvement in her hair's appearance. "Less breakage, less frizz, more shine," she reported. "Such a small thing made such a big difference. The vibrant energy you feel inside deserves to be reflected in your appearance. When your hair not only has the right cut, color, and style, but also radiates health and vitality, that's when the true magic happens. You don't just look younger, you look alive, present, and fully yourself." Now that we've covered these 5 common mistakes, let's talk about how to bring it all together. We've uncovered 5 common hairstyle mistakes that might be aging you unnecessarily. Cuts that are too short and flat, heavy one-length styles that drag you down, colors that are too dark and harsh, missing the softening effect of bangs, and neglecting the actual health and shine of your hair. What's beautiful about these discoveries is that fixing them doesn't require dramatic changes. Small adjustments, a bit of layering, a slightly softer color, some gentle framing around your face, can transform your entire appearance and, more importantly, how you feel when you look in the mirror. This journey isn't about chasing youth or following trends. It's about honoring the vibrant woman you are today with a hairstyle that truly reflects her. Your hair tells a story. Make sure it's telling the right one. I'd love to hear which of these resonated with you most. Has your hairstyle evolved along with you? Or is it time for a fresh perspective? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more conversations that celebrate the beauty of women in their prime years. Remember, the most beautiful thing you can wear isn't a perfect haircut. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you're presenting your most authentic self to the world.